Next, we have Teresa Rosado. There you go, Teresa.
Okay. Okay. We have become a society that prefers self-service. We pump our own gas, scan our own groceries, and use self-service kiosks for air travel and hotels. But the self-service trend, while it clearly has something to do with advances in technology, it also has something to do with our desire to have instant access at the click of a button. Today, when we hear something we want to know more about, it's almost instinctual to Google it. And with 74% of American adults online, there is a lot of web searching going on. But this instant access trend also has something to do with our ability to collaborate and interact with people we hardly know. The recent explosion of social networking sites like MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter has created a sense of always being connected. And for some people, 46% of American adults are using social networking sites, and they're having a hard time letting go. We've all had a conversation with someone who was too distracted to give us eye contact because the latest tweet or email message or news feed just came through on their smartphone. Some people have a real hard time letting go of this sense of connection in this community. Last week, survey results from Retrievo indicated that not only do adult social networking users check Facebook and Twitter throughout the day, nearly half check while in bed. 40% said it was okay to interrupt them with an electronic message. 32% said it was okay during a meal, and 7% said it was okay even during sex. So it is no surprise that this instant access, always connected trend has implications for the jury box. This issue first surfaced nearly 5 years ago, but has only recently received widespread attention due to some pretty high-profile and disruptive incidents, and here are just a few of them. Last year, 9 out of 12 jurors in a federal drug trial in Florida admitted they had conducted research online despite being instructed not to. They conducted Google searches on the lawyers and defendant. They looked up news articles. They checked definitions on Wikipedia. And they sought out evidence that had been excluded by the judge. Jurors have used Facebook and Twitter to send trial updates. They've used map software to check distances between key locations. Parties, witnesses, and jurors have all friended each other during trials. And a juror in England even posted a poll on her Facebook page when she was undecided during deliberations. Jurors, and last year in Maryland, there were 2 convictions that were reversed because of juror research. In one first-degree murder trial, a juror was confused about a medical term, so he looked up the definition on Wikipedia. And the retired engineer said it was just a definition, like going to the dictionary. It was very innocent. But this Googling habit and the ability of jurors to easily conduct research is terrifying to trial attorneys. Many just want bench trials in the future. A lot are touting confiscating all technology while jurors serve. But while virtual sequestering sounds like a good idea, it's virtually impossible to enforce. So what is currently being done, and what can litigators do next time they have a jury trial? Well, the rules for jury service in state and federal courts are evolving to deal with this 21st century issue. Some courts are banning all wireless communication devices in courthouses and jury rooms. But unless jurors are sequestered, we don't know what they do when they leave the courthouse. And another problem is that many jurors already perceive jury duty as a pretty big sacrifice, and taking away their lifeline to the outside world is going to make them even more unhappy and less willing to serve. Judges have long amended their traditional warning about seeking outside information to include internet searches. But with the internet as close as a juror's pocket, that risk has become more immediate and instinctual. So how can we be sure that these tech-savvy jurors are following the don't read, don't tell instruction? Following the approach of several state courts, the federal courts received new advisory guidelines in January that mention common social networking sites by name and ask jurors not to conduct research online. It also includes a laundry list of technologies that jurors should not use. In addition to revised instructions, a San Diego court asks jurors to sign personal declarations saying that they will not use personal electronic and social media electronic and research devices in order to conduct outside research on the case. These personal declarations are under the penalty of perjury, and they're signed both before and after trial. But modified jury instructions are not enough. This electronic media issue is complicated because it is so accessible and anonymous. Many jurors just think that there's little risk in going online, and so judges need to tell jurors why they shouldn't conduct outside research or communicate about the case. And hopefully this reasoning will help jurors police each other better, too. You can conduct pretrial research. Mock trials or focus group research will help you determine what questions jurors need answered and maybe identify areas where they might get sidetracked in their decision making. A clear and straightforward presentation of the evidence and argument may also reduce the amount of research the jury feels that it needs to do. Ask jurors during voir dire about their social media habits and online research habits, or through a supplemental juror questionnaire. Some may admit that they'll actually have trouble following the court's restrictions, and you can get some useful profiling information out of it as well. Finally, you should be prepared to do some web searching of your own or have a trial team member do it for you to see if there's any information about your case that's circulating in the virtual world. Check jurors' Twitter posts and Facebook entries, maybe their websites or blogs for information about your case. While only a few states have declared mistrials so far, the problem of jurors using electronic media during trials is a growing problem. Modern jurors are so used to instant access that they are struggling to move from a world of complete transparency to one of total secrecy. And that is why jurors need to know not only what is excluded, but also why.